wait can only be true for one of the two teams tonight. Here in Storrs, Connecticut, the Huskies and the Golden Eagles took about 20 minutes to deal with a possible leaky roof, some water on the floor. We'll see if we make it through tonight. That's the plan for a huge game in the Big East for seed lines in the Big East tournament. Jason Benetti, Bill Raftery, and, what's 20 minutes between friends?
Well, when you think of it, the last game, UConn had 25 turnovers. They have one already. Now, you do a lot of baseball, a lot of delay of games, I'm sure.
Yeah, rain delays, but you didn't expect it in the Big East March.
Bring in a fresh left-hander, there you go, but hopefully nobody will get hurt. It's a dynamite game, high performance, high-level players.
And it's important to know, talking to Roger Ayers, the lead official for tonight, he said that he has the authority through the league office that if there is indeed water on the floor, he can suspend the game immediately. So that's a possibility tonight. But when we do get the game happening here, it was a really odd box score the first time around. UConn got out-rebounded. Marquette got out-rebounded. UConn turned it over 25 times.
And Marquette didn't make free throws either. It's interesting, this game. I think the guards are essential in all games, but this one in particular. How do you guard Cam Jones? He makes plays, scores. How they guard him is key. Conversely, making good judgments by UConn are key, I think, if they're going to win this game.
Trying to sweep Marquette after a 77-69 win on February the 1st. Starting lineup sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Marquette has had the same starting lineup for every game this year. For UConn, Liam McNeely now back for an 8th game from that injury earlier this season. And Solo Ball, who was just phenomenal in the first meeting.
How about him with his threes? And that's big, how they tag him, how they play against him. This reminds me a little bit of the first Big East game we had at Seton Hall. And just prior to the game, the lights went out.
Really?
And so did my career. The lights went out of my career, too. But Dave Gabbett was so concerned. They got the power back on just in time. But this is important. This high-level play. You can't afford any of these youngsters to have any problem with slippage.
Just what we need for a possible slip and fall situation is 20 banana peels. Great.
Well, you're an authority with water damage, with all the trouble you've had over your career.
If you need a good plumber,
you know them all in Chicago.
We can find you one. This is a huge game, Rav, for seeding in the Big East tournament. UConn still can get up to 3 for Dan Hurley in season number 7. That win by Creighton last night shut him out of a possible 2 seed. And here are the standings. Marquette does have an outside shot of the 2 seed as well. They'd have to beat St. John's coming up on Saturday, too, and win this game, because Creighton right now would win the tiebreaker by virtue of their win over St. John's. UConn, Marquette, 2 cornerstones in the Big East getting ready to go. We hope to make it through 40 minutes of high-level basketball tonight in Storrs, and Marquette first.
Nice steal by Joplin. Jason Benetti with your wetsuit on. UConn goes on the minute. Going left, they've been trying to work on that all day today. Take that nice spin, move. Whoa, pretty
tough by Joplin, huh?
Boy, when he does drive, it sets up his outside game. But how clever was he on that jump ball, knifing through to get it?
See Shaka Smart over there down in the stance already, as he normally is for his defense.
A lot of activity, screening, cutting, slipping.
Not slipping.
Bad word.
Screen.
Exactly.
Caravan missed it for 3, and the rebound ricochets to UConn out of bounds off of Mitchell.
Caravan, a couple of games now, a little more like his form. He needs a big finish to this season if they're going to be extremely successful.
17 points last time at Providence on Saturday. He's been great from the foul line since that Villanova game that obviously weighed hard on his shoulders, but such an important piece of those 2 championships. And here he is on a drive past gold.
2-3 zone, he drove it. Don't leave this guy free. Good challenge.
Diarra, offensive rebound, and he skates in for 2. He has been so important to this team, Raph.
Absolutely, and a great defender as well. He's got Cam. Don't go under on this guy.
UConn was switching 1 through 5 in the first meeting defensively as Jones loses it, gets it back, and saves it.
And even more important, that's that wet area, no problem.
Joplin's got 5 in a row.
To the rim, and the ability to knife him. deep. Goodness.
I'm glad you said that. The wet spot, as you said, is over on that right block area on the left side of the floor where it was before they cleaned it up before the game.
Stevie Mitchell just wears you out defensively. Always nice hands, being big.
Gold, the deflection, created this run out for Ross, who had Mitchell with him, and now he'll double back.
I know he was patient. I thought he could have taken his guy. Likes to spin back to that right shoulder.
Samson Johnson getting put in the blender by Jones. A little hopscotch. Cam Jones can't shake him. Great defense by Johnson.
Great poise and balance. Here's the big show in the automatic switch.
Now he's out there on Joplin. Johnson is. Boy, Samson Johnson just played 30 seconds of tremendous defense. McNeely got it for three.
He has played well since he's been back from that bad ankle. Taking good shots, great strength going to the rim.
He's fully integrated back into the offense. That's blocked away by Caravan. Smoked it.
Wow, he had 7 in the game early this year. Big time hops. He's against Sacred Heart.
From the dog's ear. He lost it on the way up there. Johnson had it fleeced. Stevie Mitchell on his own for a run out. Maybe the defensive player of the year in the Big East.
Well, there's a big guy out there. Omaha, you got to think about his ready as well.
The defending champ twice, Ryan Kalkbrenner, in that category.
Little pin down and a ball screen.
It's Diarra trying to split two. Cam Jones right there with solo ball.
Nice.
Jones, some strong defense, and he is so important defensively against a guy who aced them last time.
And important, Joplin stayed at home on the same side for that kick three on Caravan. Little stunt and recovery.
It's a great point, Rap. He trusted that Cam Jones had that.
Cam does so many things at 6'4.5", 6'5".
3 to shoot. Caravan, floater. He just drew iron and got the follow for 2. Samson Johnson ties the game.
Yeah, both ends of factor. He shows so big, and then he rolls big with the hands up. It's tough to get the roll guy.
Mitchell got down deep. Stevie Mitchell has become an offensive presence the last handful of games.
And he is confident with that deep three, too. We know what he can do on this end of the floor. He just wears people out. Yeah, nice screen.
Ball, the cut.
How about that screen by Sampson? The curl. Ball, very good. Active. We know he can ring the bell from deep. Great cutter.
Cam Jones trying to create contact. He got jostled, but no whistle. Ball on the flip trip for UConn.
Got the mismatch they want. They just can't get the angle to Johnson.
Cam Jones fronting him, trying to backslide him.
And they really did a nice little cut to the foul line.
And he drew a foul on Johnson, who shoved him away. He was so sick of the irritant.
Well, I can relate to that. All those many evenings with you. How about that screen? We know we can stick it deep. Ball for the money at the rim.
Tournament from the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Coverage starts Thursday, March 13th on Fox and FS1 and streaming live on the Fox Sports app. You will be there, Bill Raftery, as always.
Night with Gus, a real pro.
Okay.
What a great week over the years. You can reminisce as a student at Syracuse, right?
It's one of the best weekends of the entire year of any sports league, the Big East tournament at Madison Square Garden. And I got to tell you, UConn would love to get off that 4 line because I don't know if anybody in the Big East is really itching to play Xavier.
No, not at all. In fact, coach is talking about it today. I think they're a team to be reckoned with. And that would mean 5 if they keep Perkin in the NCAA, possibly.
Yeah, that, Xavier could make a little run there. And by the way, we talked about how odd the box score was in the first meeting with Marquette plus 17 in turnovers, minus 10 in rebounds. So far, UConn 3-0 in turnovers, rebounds 7-0 Connecticut. I mean, it's the same thing happening over and over again.
Well, you look at the change now with Reed on the floor. Tara's presents a different problem. He doesn't show as well. I think they're going to use the ball screen against him. The other end of it, conversely, Connecticut has been using him much more on the short roll and getting some touches. Coming off some solid games.
Still the same 5 for Marquette, but yeah, Terrace Reed just filled up the box score in the last game, 24 and 18. As there's a hard cut, Joplin rolling in.
Same play run at the other end that got Ball the opportunity at the rim. Screen, Reed, and dive.
7 early for Joplin on an average of about 13.
It's the second and third screen against UConn that gets you. Here's the third screen and a slip.
McNeely finds Terrace Reed Jr. digging down low against Gold, and he missed it on the doorstep. Mitchell, great soft hand.
That's what they're doing. They're getting him some touches deep.
Mitchell hounded by Diarra. He punched it away. Now Mitchell revs the engine again.
2 good defenders. I want to.
Wow. This is a grimy defensive game already. Just getting in the pocket and staying there.
Tough match right there. Reed with a good challenge, though. Now, UConn really runs the point by committee. Forwards handle the ball quite a bit. They are here with the move to the nice hands. Cam, they got numbers.
He's got Joplin with him, Mitchell with him. Jones through the defense and an offensive foul. He telegraphed it a little bit.
Should have given it up earlier, though. He would have gotten it back if he had given it up. Pretty good angle on the left to go to the rim. And here, disdains at the end and really a heady play, offering up the body. So many nice things that Ball does to contribute.
Now, as long as you're set as a defender, you can be moving. So if you see that as a Marquette fan and you say, well, he was moving, as long as you are physically set defensively as the player arrives, you can be moving and still take a charge.
Absolutely. Nice little curl off the high post.
Diarra was too deep to take the shot. He'll drive on Trey Norman. Kick it out ball. Extra McNeely. That is brilliant.
Dribble drive. Great find. And Ball quickly set it up. The rest easy for number 3-0. Oh, not a good look here.
Ross turns it over.
This is just solid. All the attention on the dribble drive, the extra look. Get those puppies organized. We mentioned on a tear of late, knocking down some deep shots.
Came in 5 for 11, his last 2 from 3, Rav.
I was going to say, since the ankle, 19 and 7, he gets another look here.
Oof. He's going to make that more often than not.
This guy's got to get going, Ross, too. Make them good off the bounce. He can make nice kick.
Norman. Line drive, no good. Rebound, Caravan.
Norman's not adroit deep. Good defender.
Just 6 makes all year from 3 for Norman. Diarra turns the corner, beating Norman to the spot to score.
Never turned him. And really nobody stunted on the wing.
Cam Jones will be back in at the next whistle. How will Marquette find the offense until then?
By committee, really. Nice hands, Diarra. Give it up.
Nearly double dribbled. McNeely on the wing. Missed it for 3. The Bananas were going to go bananas if he made that.
Nice try. He's been doing this lately. How about that?
Gold on the attack.
Boy, Slithery. Much more aggressive of late. The light has gone on. Last couple of games, looking for his shot. And just here, right, a little hesitation. Knows he can take Reed. Big time blow by.
You can underestimate him with the game that sort of floats at the perimeter. And then suddenly the last 3 games now for Ben Gold, who came in 32 points the last 2 games, a much higher clip of taking shots from 2, including at the rim. And that's something Marquette charts. We learned in the Milwaukee Journal Sentinel this week. They chart rim decisions. That was a great one.
The pick and pop we've been accustomed to with him. Now he's mixing it up a little bit. that wide open middle, too. You can roam and be decisive. Mahaney now gives the arrow a little bit of a blow.
If UConn's going to make a run, they need stronger minutes from Aiden Mahaney, the transfer from St. Mary's. It was so good against Xavier late January. Ball, got him set.
Can't go under. Lowry got beat, actually by his own guy, by going under.
He's a continuing nightmare for Marquette this year.
Boy, Sampson does move his legs.
Parham wide, rebound Mahaney. Caravan had a notion. He had a different notion. He missed it for two. Rebound wrestled away by Johnson, and we get a whistle on Marquette.
Pretty high level, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Action.
Worth the wait.
Toe to toe. Then he got them rocking and rolling. And right here, you can't hide on this guy. Drills him big time.
Big East basketball on Fox. There's only one. 17-14, UConn the lead over Marquette. We go in the huddle with Dan Hurley.
Guys, stops get out in transition. Stops get out in transition. If we're secure with the ball, if we don't turn the ball over and we can keep the ball in front of us and force them into tough middies, they've got no shot in this game. We should dominate their ass on the glass. Dominate their ass on the glass.
It's a new children's book coming out.
You could take it from there. He's right, though. Running game, get some nice quick looks, some kickbacks. We saw that dribble drive and ball rotation. He gets after it. Goodness.
Well, you see, UConn, the defense has not been the same. It's certainly, but the offense is there.
He thinks it's better, though. That's the one thing he's hanging his hat on. Thinks they're rebounding a little better, guarding a little bit better. The key has been the rotation at guard. Ball is not a point guard, so it's almost the forwards have to be involved by committee.
Yeah, and again, like you see Mahaney in the background there, there is some question as they get in the NCAA tournament, first of all, what the seed line is going to be. Most projections have them around the 8 or 9 line, but they'd love to get off that line because the 1 seeds seem a little bit stronger than the 2s maybe this year.
Would you agree? Mahaney's better than he's played here.
Agreed.
I just don't know if he's relaxed and comfortable. It's maybe he can step it up come next week and the ensuing NCAA tournament as well.
People at home might be saying, Jason, the 1s are always better than the 2s. That's the reason for the seed line. But there does seem to be a distance between maybe the top 2 or 3 teams in the country and everybody else.
I would agree. Good coverage here. Joplin had a good start to the game. Mahaney can dribble, drive, and find some people. This kid can have some good games,
Stewart got the roll. That was soft.
He's got the size, too, to elevate. Tough matchup for some people. Mitchell that time.
10-3 run for Connecticut. Cam Jones is yet to score tonight.
Look at that shot.
He wards off the big guy so beautifully.
He has glass shots, so attractive. Whew. Even Andre the Giant can't get that.
Do I hear a bell ringing in Los Angeles?
Nice slip.
This is when UConn's so good, the quick ball movement.
And Caravan, nice slip here by the big foul. How about that? Nice acknowledgement. Ringing the bell. Nice little combo when they're on top of the game, he and Reed.
Crowd is lively tonight, not deterred by the weather seeping into Gamble. Parham got shut off. Caravan, great on-ball defense.
Wow.
Joplin beat him anyway.
How about that? He had to elevate a lot higher. Nice touch.
Would you say UConn is even more engaged defensively tonight?
Yes, and we mentioned what Danny feels the same way. At practice today, the prep job. Luke Murray had the scout and the detail. Because every team does it. These kids pay attention.
Mahaney step back. They need it.
They need him. He's got it. See if he can deliver it.
Boy, confidence in March can go a very long way, Raph.
Look at this blow by.
Jones again skating through.
You notice the ability to roam. Nobody in the lane to deter whatsoever. They drag Sampson away. The blow by. Everybody says take his left away. He's clever with that right as well.
He's worked at that, certainly.
Here's that zone again. They played a little earlier.
Stewart knew he missed it. He chased it down. But here comes Marquette trailing by 3, 11 minutes in.
Early, a little double here.
Jones, so clever.
Unbelievable. And you know, take the left away. He does have that counter. Boy, he is so polished.
He knows his body so well and the opponent's angle.
Right. He's an accomplished glass player.
That's made 4 straight now. It's a 1-point game. Mahaney.
Nice pass.
Oh, Johnson to Caravan. It's ballet.
Caravan never stops cutting, but the presentation in the lane by Sampson was extraordinary.
Owens wanted that and missed it. That was a pretty early shot.
Now look at Sampson hustling. Bringing it up.
Boy, if he plays like this and Reed plays like the Providence game, they're a nightmare down there.
Absolutely. Great rotation. Nice cut again.
He never stops. You said it. Caravan. Oh, Joplin, the defense.
Got a corner 3 if they want it. Out of bounds. A little too deep without a decision. Well, Alex, up and down, maybe down the stretch, he'll be up. His cutting ability, reads screens, gets open, able to finish. Alex to the 10.
Tournament and we travel in the huddle with Shaka Smart.
Continue the multiple effort. All right? Mahaney made a tough 17-footer. We got a multiple effort, get a hand. Okay, the back screens. We've got to zone the basket and we got to have heat, but keep going and win the last step. You hear me? Keep going. Good ball up there at the end. All right? Now, talk on square. You got to talk it out. Talk it out. Get up and be aggressive. Diarra's back in. He's looking to drive right.
I like the idea of the hands and zone up, help out, recover to your man, and he's right about the through penetration. It's been a problem, but also the cutting.
Yeah.
And just, you got to be vociferous and communicate on that end of the floor.
How about that look at Marquette's shot chart? Remember that Providence game we did 8 days ago when it was only 3-point shots? It is impressive that Marquette can hang around in games in both separate ways here.
Well, you know, the middle game is very important. We all talk about the threes. It's all Steph Curry's problem or fault, right? No question, it's a valuable commodity to have. But you can't pass up the good, easy ones.
This is interesting, Raph. Mahaney and Diarra on the floor together here, and it'll be Diarra at the steering wheel.
Nobody would be happier than the staff to see Mahaney get going. Gives him a new look, new dimension. And pinned down by Johnson. Easy look. Easy look. Boy, he is stroking it.
He is such a fixer for them in so many ways now that he's back.
And once again, Johnson, so valuable guarding, helping out, switching.
Oh, Johnson went for the steal there. Ross helped him out. They'll kick it to the corner. Zayd Lowry missed the 3, and UConn dodged that one.
And you're absolutely right. Didn't stay at home, Sampson. Lowry's going to have to drive. They're really shutting him down outside.
We just saw Chase Ross deliver the scouting report that Shaka Smart was talking about, and we get hands from Lowry, his first.
He's looking, though. I like that. A little more aggressive. And Diarra a little gimpy, playing with some pain. That knee's been a problem for him. Laboring just as he's walking.
Yeah, he's not feeling 100%. No. That's certain, and he has gutted through it. Diarra, who plays 28 minutes a game, but that has grown big time in Big East play.
He is a gamer. Tough, hard-nosed kid. Once again, the zone. They had flashed the post and found the cutter on the baseline.
Terrace Reed Jr. against Joplin.
There's
Double
the dive.
comes. Around the arc, Mahaney step aside.
Shoot it.
No mid-range there.
Oh, he had it too.
McNeely will, and that faded on him.
Yeah, tough shot. Mahaney passes up a good one. They didn't get a good look. That open middle again. This kid takes advantage. Nice
foul
read.
on Diarra.
Well, he does so many nice things. Talk about a combo guard. I mean, he's a point guard that happens to be able to make threes, put it on the deck, finds people, very unselfish. Great attitude as well.
Shaka Smart and shoot around said to Cam Jones, he walked by, he said, I just told the guys that you're gonna be on ball first. And he goes, I'll guard him. I'm gonna guard him. The confidence and the self-belief without being cocky that Cam Jones has is really fun to watch as a basketball aficionado.
Well, he's a leader, you know. Kolek last year ran the show. He could play off the ball. Jones ran it at times last year. But a confident, consummate kid in that backcourt.
Wow. 0 for 2.
Yeah. A little under 70, 67%. Stagger, curl. They got a double dribble. Wow.
Turnover number 5 for UConn. It's been a while since they had one. Marquette, number 1 in the Big East in turnover margin. They get 15.5 per. They only give it up 9 times. That really is their game.
There's so many hands on the ball as well.
Ross.
Pretty.
Got there.
Again, the ability to go left with some strength and be strong at the rim.
Shaka Smart says this a bunch to his guys, but no half shots, right? If you're going to shoot, do it fully and completely, and that was a hard attack to the rim.
Shaka lets them take advantage of the offense. That open middle, you can put it on the deck, you overhelp, they find somebody, once again, off the screen. Good look.
UConn will take that any day.
No, from him.
Ross right down the lane for 2 more. He's got 4 in a row.
And nobody's stopping the dribble. Carte blanche.
A restless energy in Gamble right now, and a timeout. UConn.
Good old-fashioned dribble drive. The stunt, you got to really stop him. McNeely in that position, he's just got to take him. Don't count on somebody else. He was worried about the corner jumper, which you understand, but stop the dribble, somebody else has to counter.
And instead, Marquette gets another 2 where they've lived so far tonight. You see Marquette's resume. Mike DeCourcy has them as a 5 seed, which means they can grow to something like a 4 or even a 3, depending on their run in the Big East tournament. And what they do against UConn tonight and St. John's on Saturday, they have a whole litany of opportunities here going into the NCAA tournament.
That is a monster game. That's going to be a classic.
Really, great way to start your day, too. Noon Eastern time on Saturday.
Hope there's no water on the floor. You know? They did a good job, by the way.
They did.
You know? I think Danny had some of the staff up on the roof with an umbrella, making sure they got this game started.
Set up on the roof, and all I could think of were the coasters, right? The drifters. Which one is it?
Drifters, right?
Yeah, I think the drifters.
I can't get that high.
But you can try. Marquette a quick 4 in a row to draw within 2. Out of the timeout, UConn gets down deep. Terrace Reed Jr. for 2.
See, that's the difference lately, I think. You need a basket. They get away from all their action, dump it to the big guy, let him dominate.
He had a great look earlier, just missed it, but they have been able to get that when they want it. Galvin almost traveled. Dan Hurley thought he did.
A lot of individual play here. He lines it out. Ross deep.
What a rebound by Lowry. Refeeding Ross.
Good
Gold flies in. Joplin thought about the 3. Now he'll burrow down the lane and get 2 free throws out of it.
I think Reed, take your pick, McNeely if you want, but I think Reed put his hand in there. That's those long rebounds. Everybody's got to collectively get after it.
UConn does allow a boatload of free throws. They have given up 111 more free throws than they've taken this year.
Seldom do you see that with a high-level program. Just the opposite.
Yeah, but then even the last couple years, that has been the case in part because of how aggressive they are defensively.
When he started here, it was all about defense and rebounding. In the last couple of summers, they have really dedicated to the offensive sets, the ability to screen, read one another. Really magnificent to watch. A little full court for the first time. Coming with a little bit of heat.
Shaka Smart said he wanted, quote, incredible heat today, which is a bit of a pipe dream with the weather outside. Neely running hard to the ball, turning the corner. He caught it. It's right, and Gold smothered it.
He rode that play from the foul line, the elbow all the way around. Boy, he is playing some good solid. Look at this. Down, the big guy, all ball, heads up play.
Ben Gold, who could finish in like 7th place in the Beaker from the Muppets lookalike contest, has played just so ruggedly in, you know, again, what you expect from him off tape. He has completely flipped that in such a positive transformation the last couple games.
I just think he's grown in confidence, and obviously the coaching and teammates as well. What do you do in your spare time, by the way?
I watch a lot of TV.
It sounds it.
Ball missed it for 3.
Double machine. One.
Jones had a notion, but Samson Johnson was right there. Joplin followed. That's blocked away. Caravan got the hand in.
A nice job defensively. Nice extra look. They need him.
Caravan.
They need him. They do that open floor as well as anybody, where it's kicking back or the corner jumper.
Joplin step back. Oh my! Woo. Just what we need, a rainmaker tonight.
Over Sampson. That was a scraper, you're right. Sampson right there with the big challenge.
Talk about pride seeping in. Joplin had it partially affected last time, and then there he sent it over him.
Nice little cut again. He does a good job. An easy floater. Oh, foul here.
Only the 8th foul of the game. How about these 2 different looking threes, but they get the job done.
Absolutely. Here, that extra look, squared them up. Puppies organized. Caravan maybe on a little bit of a run, but how about this skyscraper? Put the umbrella, fellas. It's wet.
Halftime report, the SEC delivers another top 10 showdown as the Gators visit the Tide. 13th ranked Maryland looks to continue their recent road warrior ways. They travel to Michigan, and bubble-side Xavier looks to make it 6 straight wins. Jason, Raph, we'll see you at the break.
Rob, thank you very much. Some intriguing games in the Big East coming up, certainly at the Garden with Marquette and St. John's on the way. And here's a tournament resume for UConn. Mike DeCourcy has them as a 9 seed at this moment, but you know, the net ranking at 35. They do have some really nice road wins at Texas, at Marquette, at Creighton. They beat Gonzaga in a quasi-neutral site. But, you know, if you rattle off some wins, the Seton Hall revenge game ends up being really important. Part of the reason they're a 9 is that loss at Seton Hall.
No question about it. They've let a couple slip away. No, but do you want to play them? I mean, this is a talented team. I mean, they deserve what they have, as in I think. But playing against them, formidable opponent, a very competitive, very tough, confident group.
Two-point game. Samson Johnson played some significant minutes here in the first half.
Look at
Gold again. What a response.
Really struck on the other way now.
He has just been such a game changer for Marquette, hasn't he?
That's preparation, and absolutely. Here, They go, try and go under, regain position, but he leaves his man. We've seen this a couple of times tonight. His activity and nose for the ball has increased dramatically.
I remember a couple years ago when we had Marquette to start the year at Purdue. You were watching Ben Gold and shoot around, and you were like, "That there's something there."
No question he could shoot it, but I think the motor is more active now. Would you agree?
Absolutely. I mean, even the last couple of weeks, he's been awesome for Marquette.
I think it's a carryover from the bench to his teammates as well.
Jones exerting himself again. Oh, what timing to get that over Johnson.
He just has that little stop and patience, freezes the defender. Extraordinary around the rim. Mitchell really getting after Mahaney. Got to be careful with the dribble against this guy. Nice screen and open look.
Caravan missed it.
They pin and curl extraordinarily well. A little bully ball here.
Mitchell willing to take that. He missed it, and the rebound down on the deck, picked up by Ross, and then Gold is there waiting for it.
How about the hustle by Ross and the snap pass and Gold activity.
7-0 run for Marquette, their first lead since 11-9. To the corner, McNeely, no dice, rebound Jones. This is punch, counter punch all night long. Jones defended well by Mahaney.
He really did a nice job standing him up. Those corner jumpers don't go down. They're fast break igniters. Look at this switching, conversing.
Stellar defensive communication. There goes Gold on McNeely to force him to give it up.
And look who's there again. Gold got back in position, the foul before, I think, on Joplin.
And they'll take that. Both teams have fouls to give here in the first half.
Marquette's defense has been terrific against a really well-schooled offensive scheme.
They're going to bring in Zayd Lowry here for the last 35 seconds. Cam Jones will exit. Marquette does. They could go timeout here to bring Jones back on if they wanted to.
I think that's the plan.
Mahaney didn't take it. The crowd was trying to get him to. Great defense from Gold. My goodness, was he stapled to it.
Look at his legs. We got the timeout. As you noted, you get Cam back on the floor. Any play.
These are two really buttoned-up programs.
Oh, yeah,
they don't miss much on either of these sidelines.
Absolutely. Know their team extraordinarily well, and also what they can do with their team against a very skilled opponent.
Nothing more indulgent than promoting your own game. It's a huge Big Ten season finale in Champaign coming up on Friday. Purdue and Illinois. Huge opportunity for Purdue to cement that double bye in the Big Ten tournament. Tip-off 8 Eastern on Fox. Really intriguing game we'll be fortunate enough to see in Champaign, Ref.
Flying you in, it must be important.
Okay.
But while we have a moment, the Lapchick Award was given. Gino Auriemma, Phil Martelli, who's one of our partners here in crime. Just terrific. And by the way, just one add on, Jack Powers, who ran the NIT, played at Manhattan, was a great player. He played against Joe Lapchick. He just passed away, but one of the great guys, great coaches, and meant so much to the metropolitan area. The college basketball, he ran the NIT after Pete Carlissimo retired, PJ's dad.
Yeah.
And so it's great to see Gino last night.
Yeah.
And of course, Phil enjoying the TV world, I think.
He is. He's very good at it.
Yeah, excellent. His expertise and background.
Gino can cook up a pasta now.
That's what I'm told.
19 seconds for Marquette, leading by 2.
You were looking at the pasta list. I was looking at the lemonade list.
Lemonades from Napa now, huh? Interesting. Gold has to race back to get it. 5 seconds now. Cam Jones, Johnson out on him. Jones sways the dribble, got by him, and creates a whistle with .3.
He is unbelievable.
It was like a heist movie.
The dexterity with the dribble in traffic. Look at how low he got to prevent the steal on that crossover. And in traffic, so clever. Make sure he gets some body contact, searching big time.
You know, the interesting piece to that is you could have fouled him on the floor. There was a foul to give. Free throw is good. I think Dan Hurley's got his head in his hands, and I think that's why that the foul didn't come earlier.
He's upset about Sampson too, not listening maybe. Sampson's had a solid half defensively, in fairness too.
Mahaney wave it off. No time to catch and shoot. Let's not damage the shot clock. We've already had an issue with the roof.
It looks like we're okay, though.
It does. It does. Well administrated by everybody here, and we turn in a thrilling first half in Storrs, Connecticut. After the break, Rob Stone, Seth Davis in our Los Angeles studio. The Jeep halftime report with Marquette by 4. Stat comparison sponsored by Jeep. There's only one. Marquette is 13 for 17 from two-point range against a top 20 two-point defense this year in Connecticut. They haven't shot it well from three. They haven't needed to. Guys like Ben Gold, David Joplin have been so important to Marquette in the first half.
And their ability to put it on the deck. And UConn's going to be in trouble if they can't stop the dribble drive. It's really, and the two bigs, 2 fouls for Connecticut. Really important. I think if Reed does get back in, I think they've got to pound it in, be a little more physical at that end of the floor.
See if UConn can do that in the second half as we tell you about this replay sponsored by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Some adjustments at the rim they've been able to make. Little screen at that elbow, little turn, curl. And Joplin has made some tough shots under duress as well. Big expectations for this kid coming down the stretch. Collectively, they are connected, this team. Physical presence, the mentality to help one another, great communication skills. You got to shore up your game. You want to compete with this team.
He was a tremendous performer in the Milwaukee area growing up. Brookfield Central High School. They won a state title as a high school senior for him. He was unanimous first team All-State. Everybody with a ballot loved him. And he shows up at Marquette. He's kind of been a supporting actor, but tonight he's been the focus.
I can relate working with you.
Okay. Poor Bill. Never gets to the man-to-man thing early enough. Here's Marquette by 4. UConn has it first in the second half, and McNeely.
I like this. Get him to the box area. Tough shot. Good D. And that was Ross, I believe. Good set, though, coming out. He's got what he wants here.
The ball's just a yo-yo for Cam Jones sometimes.
They are just dribbling, driving. Nice cut. Look at that. Fell asleep, the arrow. And getting available. Pretty play.
Stevie Mitchell, backdoor for 2, a 6-point Marquette lead. Marquette trying to build to that 3 seed, maybe even the 2 in the Big East tournament. UConn sitting on the 4 line right now.
Well, they are really tagging it. Jones playing great D on ball. Nice pass. Double.
Wow, McNeely, a touch pass for Johnson.
Great recognition. This is where they got to tee it up. Have good vision. Dribble drive. Pay attention. Your guy's been back cutting you.
Boy, Marquette feels like they can get in the paint on every possession.
And no real containment.
Jones for 3. Missed it. Rebound McNeely.
Simpson not a threat on that box.
Gold pushed him way out, and then he picks up Caravan. Gold using the body. Caravan will go to the free throw line. That's pretty good defense from Gold.
It wasn't a really good drop step spin by Caravan too. They're going to get him going, light it up a little bit. And once again, the difficulty for Ball to get free is because Jones is tagging him. Not going under, being solid.
Caravan to the foul line for the first time. He's 15 for 15, now 16 for 16 in his last 6 games.
He and McNeely are so good moving without the ball. The timing has to be perfect as well to complement their availability. Empty side. Drop step.
Jones against McNeely for 2.
You know it's coming. You can't stop it. So tough.
He knows himself so well, too. He is 0 for 8 from 3 the last 2 games, but once he's in the paint, he is just a surgeon.
He's got a rhythm about him. Here he is. Once it's given up by Ball, he has paid attention. Not letting him get that open look. Nice cut.
Joplin was there waiting for Diarra. Ball only hit 1 3 in the first half, and we get a foul, I believe, Gold on the hold there.
Yeah, trying to check out. But even there, collectively, they really rallied to Ball, made it a tough look in the corner on that jump shot. Everything's been challenged, been in the right spot.
Dan Hurley said to us at shoot-around, he said, you know, the one thing we have done really well recently is rebound. As a team, rebound the ball, and that gets them another possession here.
They've been going over the top. Again, over the top, they get the offensive foul. Caravan. No.
Oh, wow, they get Stevie Mitchell. I agree with you. I thought it was going to be Caravan.
Yeah, I thought he was blowing up the handoff.
That's already 3 on Marquette in the second half, and that could be big news.
Absolutely.
UConn is a top 25 foul shooting team in the country.
Nice cut, and what a find, Diarra. That back screen, ball reversal, impeccable. Gold can get in the box area and do some damage with that matchup of Ball. He's just staying on the wing.
He's over in the corner there. Ross probing. Ross for 3. He missed it. Rebound Johnson. Kind of a stagnant possession for Marquette.
Almost a wasted trip.
Johnson, tough catch. McNeely thought better of it. Off the discretion, he misses for 2. Diarra the rebound. UConn owning the glass.
Nice extra look here.
Ball cleaving the lane for the tie.
And he went right, too. And then the body adjustment at the end.
Joplin says, no more of this, too.
Boy, they just been able to go wherever they want. Boy, that dribble drive is excruciating, painful for UConn.
It's a prelude for our IndyCar season on Fox.
You're always in the promo state of mind. Go strong.
McNeely does. He lifted out. Rebound Johnson, and Cam Jones ties him up. It will be Marquette basketball in a 2-point game. Johnson can't believe it. What a game so far. To present a new postseason tournament, it's the college basketball crown. 16 teams from the top conferences. Put it all on the line for a new kind of madness coming this March, live from Las Vegas. Not a bad place to spend your March. Only on Fox. Buy tickets now on the Vivid Seats app or at vividseats.com.
And, you know, players want to play.
Yes.
It's an opportunity. A lot of things good happen the following year. You find yourself, get connected. It'll be an exciting time.
And honestly, you know, I don't know that everybody wants to talk about this, but the way the lay of the land is in college basketball, you're trying to put on a show for whether you're going to be back in your place next year or if somebody else wants to give you the opportunity. This has been a year-over-year substantial change sport. And so a couple extra games where you can play high-level opponents, that could mean a lot to these kids.
Are you talking salesmanship now?
I mean,
exposing your
just trying
talent?
to get an NIL deal from Jeep earlier. I got him an extra mention.
The way you're dressing, I think you do have a deal.
Okay.
You've been stepping up.
What does that mean I was wearing years ago? Is it just the Charles Dickens character over here?
Those orange Syracuse pullovers.
What a game so far. Marquette by 2. Chase Ross shot out of a cannon into the front court.
He's quick. And McNeely's got to really work hard. He's been struggling of late. I believe it's Ross on him. And the arrow can get after you as well. Well, this is America's second play. A little dribble handoff after a pick.
That's a travel.
A nice denial by Sampson.
Johnson skates away with it down the lane. He gets 2 and a foul.
He's been wanting to put that ball on the deck. First half had an opportunity. The long arm of the law. How about this denial? The balance, the dexterity at the rim. And number 3, if I'm not mistaken, on goal. Yeah,
that's exactly right. It's 3 on Ben Gold, who's been really good tonight for Marquette.
Now they go small. Parham on the floor. Presents a different look. He can make jumpers.
Samson Johnson, who dealt with that stress fracture a couple years ago in his foot, misses the free throw. We're tied here with 15 minutes to go in regulation. A lot at stake for seeding in the Big East tournament. Jones lost it. Ross against McNeely, and he scores and a whistle.
And they've got them going to their strong arm. Nice dribble, turn the corner. And right here, just not able to contain, taking a poor angle against an explosive guy getting to the rim.
Boy, UConn is 16th in 2-point defense this year, in part because of Samson Johnson, but the way Marquette has entered the paint with ease tonight has been a real problem for the Huskies.
Well, there's no burden in there. There's nobody locked in to that low box area. It's a sprint or a cut.
Is it footwork? Is it pride? Like, what is it for UConn defensively?
For Marquette.
Trying to stop them in the lane.
Well, you got to contain your own guy, number 1. And maybe switching, particularly on a perimeter other than the center, might help. Nice little give back. Pretty, and a foul.
Johnson, yeah, he should have gone to the line off that. Wow. That was definitely contact from Parham. And he gets fouled on the way through, and Dan Hurley.
He's going to lose it.
Yeah, he can't believe it, and he's right.
Johnson. Ball. No question he got fouled.
Parham makes a free throw.
Johnson coming out now. He was winded, fatigued. With Reed in now, I pound it inside. Use his strength. There's no match for him in the physical area right now on the floor.
Let's see if they can find him. He's defended by the freshman Parham.
Right now, I don't think you need pretty ball. I think you need toughness, something going to the rim.
Ball fouled by Cam Jones.
Just a little late. Jones has done a good job on ball. You got to be there on the catch. He's kid's got a gorgeous stroke. And Reed provide that derriere for a long circle defensively.
Three shots for Solo Ball, who had that mammoth game on February the 1st on National Marquette Day, no less. UConn went in there and blitzed Marquette.
He's unbelievable.
He made everything.
7 of 9 threes.
First two good for Solo Ball, the sophomore. He's made at least 3 threes in 5 straight games now as Dan Hurley simmers.
The Diarra is a key for this team too. He's got to be solid, playing in pain, get others involved.
It just got screened by Parham, freeing up Cam Jones, and that's out of bounds to Marquette.
Once again, though, getting close to the rim. This is where you got to reach back, be solid, balanced, make them turn, get some stunt help.
This is a volatile environment right now.
It is. They are not happy people. It has nothing to do with the leak in the roof. A leak in the defense a little bit.
A little bit. Jones going right against Reed. Good defense from Reed.
It sure was.
Screen from Reed. Diarra, no.
Nice rebound.
Wow, a one-arm engulfing and a push against Marquette.
They did a nice job getting inside Reed. They need a toughness that he can provide. There's the one arm here, though. Gibbs holding that, some great strength.
You say toughness, and I think immediately of Cam Spencer from last year and how much of that he provided this team.
The spunk, the spirit, attitude. Every trip is a big deal.
Ball for the lead. No.
Nice rebound.
McNeely has missed quite a bit on the doorstep. Reed another chance. He didn't make it. Stevie Mitchell is hurt. Mitchell is hurt in the backcourt.
See if they're going to check him out.
They can. I mean, he is doubled over. This is 5-on-4 right now. No official has seen it. No officials in the area.
He's a tough kid, though.
Oh, he's just gutting through a cut off the ball right now. Joplin step back. That's short. Rebound Mitchell somehow, some way.
Does not give up this kid. Wow, but the soft delivery by Joplin enabled him to clean it up.
And now he's just stuck to Diarra. He played all the way through that pain. Wow. It's not Tyler Kolek bleeding and drilling a 3, but it's close.
Now go strong now. Nice double, nice pass now.
Caravan finishes.
Hey, what a read. Just a little peek over his shoulder. Caravan in the right spot.
Marches here in a big way. Lowry missed it. Bodies everywhere. Ball actually ricocheted to Mitchell. Joplin a step aside. He tries to stuff it, and a foul on UConn and McNeely.
How about Joplin mixing his game up? Last year, that would have been a jumper from deep.
You're right.
Right here. Put it on the deck and just attack and get 2 on the line.
That's a very disappointed fruit salad in the back there. High in potassium and sadness. This is an agricultural area, as you hear via the chant.
I think they're hearing our broadcast.
Joplin got the first.
Mitchell, we both, such admiration for this kid. He got that rebound there with Reed. Pump, kicked it back out. Joplin puts it on the deck. Plays through pain. It's his left hand he keeps looking at.
2 for 2 for Joplin. Stevie Mitchell, who has really kicked up his offensive game, has Marquette up 4 again. Mahaney in.
He's got to be careful, Mahaney, with Mitchell on him. Great hands, deflects, steals. Doesn't give up. But look at him. Look at how aggressive at the attack he is.
Caravan picked him up, took him away from Mahaney. Here is Ball. He's defended by Lowry well.
And Reed begging for the ball inside.
Caravan instead, flaring for 3.
Mahaney with the find.
That is vintage Caravan right there.
And this is vintage league play, isn't it?
Oh, what a game.
Toe-to-toe. A back up. I think they get Stewart on the grab. Barnes trying to load up, but Caravan, we mentioned, coming down the stretch. The experience, the poise, the nylon delivery, big time.
By Jeep, there's only one. Seed lines at stake in the Big East tournament. Marquette by 1 and in the huddle with Dan Hurley.
But like force them to make a contested jump shot, crash the glass, touch and go ball screens. Forget Talos, forget tears. Just get a touch and go. Blast it. See where you get the roller. Go get paint.
But the roller would be Terrace.
Yeah.
That's what they like to run. Get him involved. They're not really making some threes, Marquette. They're running them off the line pretty good. But the effect of the middle game has been extraordinary for Marquette.
Yeah, Marquette 2 for 14 from 3, but to their credit, Marquette, a team that you could argue in the past has been predicated on ball movement, and you could use the word finesse, not even in a derogatory way. They have taken it to the paint tonight.
Absolutely. With the Bandits, too. Again, wide open. Tough matchup here for Mahaney.
Jones spins him into the lane and scores.
He fought him. Counter. Tough kid.
The help came, too.
Yeah,
Not bad team defense. Marquette is 19 of 27 from 2 tonight.
Let's see if they do as requested. There's the back screen, and then the side screen, and then the roll.
Kind of just screened. There was no roll
Yeah,
there.
they didn't roll.
This is all at the perimeter.
Yeah, again, less than 5.
There's Reed banging in the post. He missed. Oh, guess who did Jalen Stewart? Pogo stick.
Could Donnie Marshall do that? The relationship, big time. And boy, does that ignite the house and potentially the team on the floor. It's just this weak side, nobody checks out. Wow. Woo, what a rearrangement. And let's see all the bodies. Nobody recognizes the white shirt and sticks.
That is the type of play Dan Hurley has talked about for the balance of this conference season. Like, make them feel you. Make them understand that you believe you're going to win the game. And that's the hallmark of UConn the last 2 years. Drive and kick. It's Mitchell over Ball. Rebound knocked around to UConn.
Good checkouts.
Diarra back in to run the show.
There you go. Nice
Reed on the
pass.
seal. Exactly.
That's all they got to do. Pound it into the big fella. Excellent entry pass to that left sand.
Very physical right now. Rugged between Diarra and Jones. Cam Jones over Diarra. No great defense from the senior Hassan Diarra out of Queens.
Stood him up just enough.
UConn suddenly 4 for its last 5. The offense starting to kick up some dust and a foul against Connecticut.
Caravan on the pin down. Empty trip. I guess they could have given it to Reed, maybe. I'm not sure. On a hip check, I thought they said Caravan.
It's on Reed.
Yeah.
It did. Yeah, they changed it, I believe. It's 3 on Reed. 6 against each team now after a pretty foul-free first half.
Good defense this last 2 trips.
Mitchell into Ball. Solo Ball did it himself. Ball is trailing. Watch for him on the near side wing, and Diarra is fouled, and he's going to get a 1-and-1.
Yeah, Ross with the giveaway. Again, go to Reed on the one end, counter, contain the dribble at the other end twice, get yourself back in the game. Really aggressive by Ball, too. Mitchell looking for that foul call as well.
UConn can really help itself tonight. A sweep of Marquette would put the Huskies in line for the 3 seed, which gets them away from that 4-5 game, and also would push them to a finals bout, possibly with St. John's, instead of the semifinals at Madison Square Garden.
A lot of work to do here, though.
For sure.
The ball came up gimpy, walking it off a little bit at half court.
Solo Ball cheering section directly behind us. You may have heard, free throw good for Diarra. His first points of the second half, UConn by 3.
Can they keep him out of the lane?
Ross revs the engine. He gets into the paint, gets closed off, and has to kick it out.
A good containment again.
Joplin, the big body, wants the 3 for the tie. No good. Rebound high-pointed by Caravan. It's down on the ground. Fight for it, Mitchell, and we have a tie-up, and it is going to Connecticut.
All of a sudden, defensively, something that wasn't present during the course of the game. Keeping people out of the lane, the aggressive play here, those 50-50 balls.
This series has been littered with close games in just 21 meetings ever. Jimmy Butler, a game winner in 2010. Junior Cadogan, a buzzer-beating 3 12 years ago for Marquette. UConn leads the series 12-8. Last time they were at Gampel, it was a COVID year, so there was about, 10,000 fewer fans.
They handle that pressure pretty good right there.
Caravan carving the lane. He got the 4th foul on Gold.
When body searching, when you can shoot it like Alex, you can put it on the deck. You own the guy. Close out, faulty. Joplin not balanced. Caravan looking for the 3-point play.
Caravan talked this week about how Dan Hurley has just emphasized, like, who cares what happened in the first couple months of the season? It is now, and that's all that matters. And Caravan has taken that to heart in a big way. He's talked about it. That Nova game was hard on him with the missed free throws and all that, and just trying to look only forward for Connecticut here.
Talking to Dan today, you think he forgot about the whole early season?
I didn't get that sense necessarily, but he's trying to transmit it to the players. You know, as a coach,
oh, absolutely.
You live it.
Vent a little here and there.
Biggest lead since 33-28 in the first half.
Again, keeping them outside.
Ross tunneling in. Good defense by Stewart.
Nice pass.
Johnson broke away like a tight end down the seam.
He does so many nice things, but it was Diarra, the fine, the big fella, a little bit large at the rim. Send it in, big fella.
Boy, the teams have gotten back defensively tonight, but UConn pierced that veil in transition here.
And what a great look. Obviously, the sprint to the 10 is electrifying. Talking about a 6'10" guy who does so many nice things on the defensive end and leading the pack. Diarra with the fine. Pretty play. And Alex has been regaling us with pumping up the crowd on a consistent basis. What do you go to now if you're Marquette? The dribble drive's been taken away. Maybe get back into your sets, ball reversal, screens. empty side ball screens.
I want to ask you, though, as a coach, and I know you'll be self-deprecating about your own coaching career, but
as I should.
No, I know. But if you're 2 for 16 from 3, do you get the sense on the sideline like, hey, the threes just aren't going to fall for us tonight, or do you still believe in it at this point in the game?
I think you can get one if you can turn the corner, draw the D a little bit, and have a step-in, clean one. But they've been contested beautifully by UConn. They've matched that mentality on the defensive end. They extend the floor now with some pressure.
UConn just went +10 with Liam McNeely out of the game. A great sign for the Huskies as he returns.
Sampson's footwork and availability on ball screens and protecting at the rim. That's all him.
Solo ball to the deck. He clears it to Diarra, and UConn has all the energy right now.
Yeah. Sampson has been impressive.
22 minutes already tonight for Samson Johnson at an average of 19.
Little flare screen. Joplin doing a nice job. Here's the pin down. Nice give. Tough catch.
What a catch, and it's swatted away down there. Parham and Mitchell over there defensively. There's 1 to shoot. When we come back, you talk about drama. 1 to shoot after the break. You can't change the channel. 1 second to Dan Hurley's a lifetime in emotions.
Tuck the shirt in. Your folks are watching.
What's the response from Shaka Smart and Marquette?
We're getting depth, all right? We got to be strong. If you don't have an angle, we need second cutting, or we need to dribble up to an action. If you have an angle, you got to go draw a foul. That's the only way right now.
You know, they have not put a guy at the high post or the horn set, and I think they've got to come with something different because the containment's been much superior of late for UConn. Not letting them get to the rim, and they don't have a back-to-basket post guy, so it's got to be cuts, curls, and activity.
They just reviewed the shot clock, by the way, so there's 1 second officially still on the shot clock. Here's what's at stake. If Marquette loses this, they've been swept by Connecticut, and a UConn win against Seton Hall in a revenge bout Saturday here at Gamble would mean UConn, if they win out, would be the 3 seed, and they would move to that bottom line. They'd play at 9:30 Eastern, but it is a more favorable bracket because you don't have to deal with the dapper, white-suited Rick Pitino until the final.
I think that's in mothballs right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. McNeely, they didn't get it off.
Look for the lob.
Parham kind of juggled it. Joplin's the only guy to make a 3 for Marquette, and he bags it.
That was all relocating. Pretty play, patience by Parham, and the experience exhibiting itself by number 23.
Well, you said it on the relocate, right? The drive, that's the 3 you want.
Cam's the guy now. I think he's got to get going. He gets a good open 3, knock one down.
Caravan. No, Johnson volleyballed it out for Diarra, who got the flyby. Threw it through the hands to McNeely. And it's out of bounds to Marquette.
Great look, though. Hustle play, activity on the glass.
Cam Jones, to your point, just 4 in the second half. You see how many more possessions UConn's created on the offensive glass tonight.
And the hit and follow, it's the first time they've done that. A pin left and a curl.
Where's that second cutter that Shaka Smart was talking about? It didn't exist. It is an offensive rebound try, and we will get a tie-up that'll stay with Marquette.
Good activity by Parham.
But that's what Shaka Smart just said in the huddle. We're getting depth, and Joplin did there, but there was no second option for him.
Everybody stayed at home. Individual defense containment at the rim. Coming back with Gold a little bit now.
Joplin's hurt. Gold is in for Parham. Joplin might come out here. Ross is going to the scorer's table.
They're going to check him out, I think. Probably some blood on the shirt as well.
They'll have to deal with that on the sideline. Roger Ayers signaling to the UConn bench. We have a timeout, I believe, to deal with maybe the Joplin injury. The officials have called a timeout instead of Marquette using the timeout.
See what Gold can do now on the floor. So he'll do some good things, whether it was the dribble drive, his screening ability, get people free.
It's almost upside down world for Marquette, right? I mean, coming into this game, they get 37% of their points off of threes, by far the most of any area on the floor. They have made 3 threes all night at 3 for 17.
Well, great defense, great prep by UConn. This is a nice set play.
They get Ross an open look for 3, and he missed it. He ended up on the ground, and it goes ricocheting out to Solo Ball.
Well, they covered it pretty well. A little double screen at the top, initially for Jones. Oh, you don't want him coming left ball. So good.
Crowd out McNeely. It's 8 to shoot already.
Look at the screen.
You're exactly right. The screen made it happen.
How about him curling that body, taking away the resistance, the blow by.
Jones driving Johnson, and a foul. That's number 3 on Samson Johnson.
He just knows how to freeze a guy at the right time. He negates size, but this is just gorgeous. Turn your guy searching for goal. Pretty play.
They're cleaning up perspiration on the right block here. It's not.
That's good news.
It's not water from the roof. We don't need Jimmy McGill to show up at any point here. No slip and fall situations. Jones missed the first.
You know, for a guy who's a good shooter, he struggles a little on the line. We mentioned earlier, 67%. Got a great stroke as well.
That is the loudest bowl of fruit you'll ever see. Free throw good for Jones, 1 for 2.
Joplin must have taken a shot to the nose.
He's got the prototypical Kleenex sticking out of the nostril there.
Anything to stay on the floor.
5 minutes left. Lowry stays with McNeely. Here's Johnson on the cut. Diarra, the closeout from Mitchell.
Nice.
Drop it off. Johnson, no.
Look at him go up and get another extra look. He walked.
Yeah, he did. Caravan missed it. Another chance? No, sir. UConn, to its credit, only 7 turnovers after 3 early ones, just 4 since then. Another drive. Cam Jones, brilliant again.
He stands you up and then puts that shoulder down, puts it in overdrive, going right to.
It's like watching maple syrup on a drive. You know, it just kind of flows into the lane.
He is smooth, no question about it. They need him to get going.
4-time women's Mountain West champs UNLV at second place Wyoming is already underway on the Fox Sports app. That game will move over to FS1 once Jason and Raph are done in stores. Guys?
Rob, thank you. We apologize for interrupting their award-winning open that they had planned for that Mountain West game, but we had a little bit of a leak earlier. Cam Jones and Marquette trying to come back tonight.
Not a Watergate leak.
No, none of that.
They need him, no question about it. His ability to put it on the deck. Bunch of trips, I would say 3 in a row. UConn, very decisive, keeping people out of the lane. A little change in the setup, a little side screen, and Cam takes advantage.
David Joplin, 21 points, 14 in the first half. The rest of the team, a total of 22. They didn't get a bench point until the Parham free throws a little while ago here in the second half. But I will say, Raph, the bench defense has been good for Marquette tonight, and both defenses have kind of tightened the screws a little bit late second half.
And I think part of it's a little bit of fatigue at this point, too.
You do?
Guys holding the britches a little bit, bent over.
You don't use the word britches enough anymore.
Well, you hold yours, make sure no coins fall out.
UConn by 3.
A nice little set out of the timeout. Better D.
Johnson is green. He got caught up in the wash. Now Diarra with 6.
Johnson can rebound now if there's a miss. Size difference. And there he is.
And he got involved. Exactly right. Another plus double figures on the boards tonight for UConn against Marquette. Plus 13.
Ooh, don't leave your feet. Nice try to reach him by Stevie.
Ooh, and Caravan gets a 1-and-1 out of the deal.
He's done that nicely a couple times. Drop step and spin to the rim.
Boy, it's so difficult for a defense. Deflating is the word people use so often with a foul with 3 to shoot.
Yeah.
Last 1-and-1 for UConn tonight. Caravan got it.
So intent defensively, you can't see the clock at the other end. Part of the dilemma. And here comes Reed, which means some post-up. And everybody recognizing Johnson's contribution. So well-deserved.
A double-double already. 10 points, 11 rebounds. And Shaka Smart, by the way, Raph, the last message for Ben Gold was both fists at the chest, as if to say, be tough with him, meaning Reed.
Right.
UConn looking for an enormous sweep of Marquette.
Gold can't be too tough because of those 4 fouls. Look at Reed move the legs. He may have walked too.
Looked like Joplin put down that other foot. Jones driving kick. Mitchell, no. Gold nearly fouled.
Bodies all over it, strewn on the floor. The arrow's been solid. Hasn't coughed it up with the aggressive play of Mitchell. There's that screen. Nice. Look at the help. And Reed, anticipation. Jones. Nice
Jones, the interception. Then he plays quarterback, and he gets 2 free throws for Joplin.
That is just great defense, preparation, scouting report. And how about the bounce pass off the dribble? Just gorgeous. Look.
David Joplin, a 79% foul shooter, to the line.
Little shove. He lost his balance, too.
Kept it from a 3-point play opportunity. And that's only 1 on Caravan, so basically no cost.
Now just look at this. Jones leaves his guy, cuts off the passing lane. So alert. Well prepared.
Yeah, I was going to say, what does that tell you about Cam Jones and his development?
He pays attention. He knew exactly what they were trying to run.
It is a 1-possession game again. Marquette and UConn. A little heat in the backcourt.
Yeah, a little passive. Make them use a little clock. They go zone. They've been flashing the post successfully. I would put a guard in the middle or Caravan.
Trying to figure out what kind of offense they want to run here. Diarra on Gold, who gave a little ground, and the rebound for Mitchell and Marquette.
Just a little wrinkle. Heads up play. Shaka.
Jones on Reed. Crowd wanted to travel.
Get it back to him.
Joplin, step back for the tie. Over Caravan. No dice. Rebound to the ground and saved by Diarra.
Good hustle play and Reed right there.
Suddenly we're under 2 minutes. Caravan thought about it. Now he'll drive. Caravan.
There you go. Mix your game up. Oh, that builds your confidence, too.
What a heady decision to not pull that three. Jones bumped by McNeely for two.
So good. Timeout. Shaka. Boy, you know he's got a great left. He's got a counter as well. He is so smooth, Cam. Not able to get the open threes, but taking advantage of a punishing bounce. And right here, Caravan, known for that deep thrust, putting on the tick, creating some havoc. Both of them utilizing the bounce.
UConn's run materialized in the second half because of their ability to keep Marquette out of the paint. Cam Jones just took a trip into the paint for two, and here is how this all happened down. Welcome to Splash Wednesday. We didn't exactly expect that to happen. If you're celebrating, there was a leak in the roof. There was water on the floor. They waited for about 20 minutes to see if any more would appear and make sure the surface was clean and clear and ready to go. It hasn't been exactly Splash Wednesday from deep.
Not at all. We can't blame the leak in the roof on the NIL or the portal. Everybody's conversation, but I think the ability to run people off the three-point line, the counter has been the use of the dribble, and in UConn's favor, Caravan mostly, McNeely on occasion, they complement the guards, take the pressure off because they make decisions.
I do wonder, as a postscript to that graphic, the builder of that graphic, where they're getting the gift card to, because that headline is 10 out of 10 this evening. 67-64 Connecticut, and here's that token pressure from Marquette again.
This might be a little more aggressive, Jace.
At least on the ball it is.
Initially, yeah.
Now they'll back off. UConn hunting a sweep of this season series. They would move to the 3 seed in the Big East tournament, at least for the moment, with a win. McNeely dancing with 10. Gold has 4 fouls. McNeely in gold. Liam McNeely, the freshman sensation, missed it. Rebound secured by Mitchell. Jones spinning and scoring.
Wow.
He wanted it the whole way.
Amazing, just backing down Caravan. Smooth. Exquisite.
It is breathtaking to watch him work on the bounce.
He's got speed, but it's under control. A little lingerie on the deck here. That drop step, the kiss. He is so good with his glass deliveries. Drop, Caravan. 3 or 4 inches taller. Does not deter this kid. Getting back to that shoulder. No threes to speak of, but he's got game.
And to their credit tonight, and I know there's been some angst both ways, but to their credit tonight, the officials have let this be a physical Big East game for the most part, on balance.
I would agree, totally.
Here are the standings. Marquette right now is the 3, but again, with a sweep for Connecticut, they would win the tiebreaker over Marquette. Now, if this is 1-1 in terms of UConn winning 1, Marquette winning 1, Creighton also has a win over St. John's, so they have a big tiebreak there. The last time Marquette won in the Nutmeg State, Jay Crowder had 29. It's been a long time.
Wow.
Marquette hadn't played in Gamble very much at all, but this was in 2012, down the road a piece for a victory over Connecticut.
Well, Buzz was on the sidelines, I believe. You know, when Shaka came in today, we both saw it. He was looking upstairs, and I said, "What are you looking for, your seat?" He said, "No, I've never been in the building. Anytime they played was downtown."
This is truly one of the great venues in college basketball. It has been unbelievably loud tonight.
A lot of the prep now, how do we handle the pressure for UConn? Are you going to trap or zone, trap as though you're in a zone? Straight up man pressure. I think you got to take the ball out of Diarro's hands too once he crosses half court. Make the forwards make a decision.
Yeah, if you're Marquette, just try and deny him if you can.
Once he gives it up.
Yeah. Dan Hurley, Shaka Smart. Two outstanding coaches at their programs. But for a rough 3-point shooting night against NC State last year, Marquette could have gone a long way as well.
Absolutely.
They are surviving a rough 3-point shooting night tonight at the moment.
That is the toughness now. Rebound. If there's a miss, attack, slap it out if you're in the white shirt. Solidify it if you're in the blue.
Diarra fell, so it's McNeely controlling it. Now Diarra equipped. Mitchell was screened.
He's got who he wants now, Diarra. He's got to go.
Caravan pops it to Terrence Reed Jr. Caravan wanted it back. Oh, bullseye!
How about that kid? Goodness, I know he struggled, but stepping up with a big-time onions delivery.
Jones the miss. They got a foul. It can't be gold, and it's Mitchell with 12 seconds to go. Alex Caravan has seen so much winning in his time at Connecticut.
And you know, watching these games, how about this? Winning time, onions time. Alex rallying the cause. And you know he feels terrific.
He is understated in his words. He's overstated in what he's trying to get the crowd to do. Diarra's at the line. He's like, oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. I got too excited.
Calm it down.
Free throw good for Diarra. Very clearly, Alex Caravan took that loss at Villanova hard.
Oh, yeah.
But there, in that moment, he wanted the ball.
Anybody who plays when you have things like that happen to you, they hang there until you can correct them. And he certainly did with that three.
He may have just won them an enormous game at a 3 seed in the Big East tournament.
Run him off the line.
Jones for 3, no good. Rebound in the air, and Connecticut, when it lands, has secured a sweep of Marquette, 72-66 on this rainy March evening.
What a tough-minded game. Whew. Two solid programs leaving it all out. And Alex to the rescue.
What an effort. And they are indeed going bananas here in stores. 72.
As they should.
They should. Rightfully so. 72-66 your final score. For our producer, Brad Weimer, our director, Dustin Denty, our entire marvelous crew, Bill Raftery, Jason Benetti saying farewell to the Arena Auditorium in Laramie, UNLV in Wyoming.